everybody, I got another box. Alright, so I got another box from Knit Picks. I know what's in it, but you don't. Well, I hope I know what's in it. Let's hope it's the right stuff. So, I am opening it. Oops. Yes, I am being careful of my fingers, Dad. Alright. I got plastic. Alright, I didn't really get plastic. I actually got a metric boatload of yarn. But I got specific yarns. Alright, I got Knit Picks Felicia, which is a superwash wool that's perfect for making socks. Let's see, what else did I get? I got Knit Picks Wool of the Andes in bulky, which is really good for making sweaters and hats. This one is not superwash. And I also got a bunch of Wool of the Andes worsted weight. So this is good for sweaters, hats, anything. This is also not superwash. So why am I showing you all of this plain white yarn that I've got? Well, I have a happy announcement to make. I am going to start dyeing my own yarn for sale. Now, what am I doing that's different than everybody else? I am going to be dyeing exactly what you want. Now, there are a few restrictions. I'm going to be using vinegar and food coloring because these are some of the more ecologically friendly methods of yarn dyeing. But you can choose the colors, you can choose the system, you can choose the, if you want a pretty blue base with bright speckles or anything that I can do, as long as it's with food coloring, maybe some Kool-Aid and vinegar, then I will be happy to do it for you. So my plan is to eventually get more yarn bases. I can actually make it in anything that Knit Picks has bare yarn for. I can guarantee that I'll be able to send it out to you within 5 business days of you making your order, as long as I have the bases in stock already. And as you can see, I've got quite a few in stock as it is. It might take a couple of weeks if I have to order it in, but it will be exactly what you want. And that's the most important thing. Now, right here, I'm going to cut away to some footage that I haven't actually made yet, telling you about what colors I initially planned to make so that you can see some of the ideas for what you can choose to have in your particular yarn. Hey everybody! So, as you can see, I've started cooking some of my new colorways. This is my kitchen, and I do apologize for a slightly jumpy video. I am doing this myself. My cameraman is not available at the moment, so I am doing this on my own, and I apologize. He's a much better camera guy than I am. But anyway, as you can see, I've started 2 of my brand new colorways. This one is Dark Forest, and this one is Petal Pink. Petal Pink isn't showing up quite correctly on the camera this time, but it's basically a soft pink with darker pink splotches, for lack of a better word. And what I'm doing is I have split a few skeins into 20-gram mini skeins. And I am creating a sample pack. So you'll be able to see each one of my brand new colorways that are just ideas. So this is a dark green tonal, and at the moment it's got 3 different kinds of yarn in it. It's got Wool of the Andes, 100% Peruvian Highland wool in bulky and worsted weights. And then it's also got Felicia sock yarn. So it's got superwash wool and it's got nylon. So the particularly dark bits are the sock yarn and the slightly lighter greens are the wool of the Andes skeins. And this is just to give you an idea for something that's a little bit more tonal in nature. Don't worry, I will be showing you what these look like dried at the end. So I can make just about any colorway you want tonal like this. It's actually a very easy process, and it's also a good base to start with something tonal, and then you can add, say, freckles to it, or if you wanted a little brown patches or anything like that. Then over here, this is a little bit more intentionally tonal. So it's going to have lighter pinks and then darker pinks all in the same color. But these don't have to be the same color. They could be different colors. I could start with pink and add little splotches of, say, a little bit of purple, and that'll be very pretty as well. And it can be done in just about any color. And this is our Broken Violet colorway. This may not be the best picture, but it is one color, Wilton's Violet food coloring, and it does this thing called breaking, which is when the color molecules absorb at different rates. The red absorbs first and then the blue absorbs later, and if you gradually put the color in, you'll see that the red's bound first and the blues are coming later. This is going to sit here for a while. It's probably going to have quite a lovely deep blue and probably a deepish bluish reddish purple. So, and it's going to be a nice gradient. Now this one did not work out exactly perfect. As you can see, the wool of the Andes did not absorb the way I expected it to, and some of the colors kind of mottled, which created an interesting colorway in and of itself. But the one on the right, which is the Felicia yarn, actually looks quite lovely and exactly the way I intended it to turn out. I think that I'd recommend this colorway specifically for socks because the superwash chemical treatment actually helps the colors absorb quickly. But some people will probably like the more muddled look, so I'm still going to add that as an offering. But this one can be done in any colorway. It can have a yellow base with orange and red speckles. It could have a purple base with blue and green speckles. It really doesn't matter. It's just kind of an idea of what we can do. This last one is a double dipped gradient called Sunset. Now I've done this one in red and orange, but you can actually choose any two colors to get any color combination that you want. Basically, I dip one color in one end and then the other color in the other end. So you want two colors that complement each other pretty well for this. Now I want to apologize because I realized the color's been off on most of these, and I realized it's because I'm doing the classic writer/artist thing, and I am doing all of this dyeing at night. I normally do that. I don't think I've ever actually dyed anything in the daytime as of yet, because I follow a very artistic sleep pattern of mostly sleeping during the day some days. So I actually can guarantee that when you order from me, I'm actually going to complete the dyeing for your order that night. And then it'll take a few days to dry, and you'll be able to receive it when the mail comes after that. That is, if I have the bases in stock. If I don't have the bases in stock, I will have to order them, and that'll take an additional week. But the day that I get it, or I should say the night after I get it, I will do my dyeing at that point, and about 2 to 3 days after that, I'll be able to ship it to you. So pretty quick, considering that I will dye whatever you want me to dye. As you can see, there is some color variation between the skeins and between the different types of yarn. This is natural, and it's also what guarantees that you'll be receiving a completely unique skein of yarn when you order from me. So there you have it, my spring sampler colorways in Deep Forest, Jelly Beans, Sunset, Broken Violet, and Petal Pink. These samplers are only available for a limited time, and they only cost the same amount as a single skein of yarn. You can find them on my Etsy shop, along with the ability to purchase any individual color, or you can purchase custom designed colorways. The sky is limitless, so I look forward to hearing from you soon. As you can see, I have a lot of ideas about dyeing yarn. I hope you saw something you like, and if there's something you didn't see, I would love to hear about it so that I can make it for you. I put the link to my Etsy shop in the description box down below. I look forward to filling your order soon. In the meantime, happy crafting. Bye!